Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel and to today's video we're going to look at ADMA. The topic is statistics, specifically ungrouped data. Okay, so let's look at the question on ungrouped data. So first of all, when you're answering any questions, it's important to bear in mind that each time you see a question, you need to know where that question is coming from, or from which topic that question is coming from. That's why that's the number one thing you need to do. So okay, since here we have this kind of table here have been given in the question, which came in 2019 GCE. So basically, looking at this table, you're able to see that this is what ungrouped data. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to find the mean and the standard deviation for ungrouped data, and also how to identify which machine is reliable. When you tell you, in short, on how to identify which options have been given, among the options given, which one is reliable than the other. So in this video, you're going to learn how to find the mean and the SD, which is the standard deviation, and how to determine which option is reliable when you're given two options. Okay, without any further ado, let's go to the solving part. So here, when you're given ungrouped data, the first thing you need to find is what? The SD. And how do you find the SD? We know that the SD is equal to what? Sum of f of x squared over sum of f, then minus mean. In other words, sum of fx over fx. So this is the formula for finding what? SD, standard deviation. The formula for finding the mean is this one here. Formula for finding the mean is this one here. So now let's look at the question. Okay, question 1A says that we need to find what? We need to find the standard deviation of each computer. So here, many computers we have computer type A and type B, and we have been asked to find the SD of each computer. Okay, let's go into the solving part. Now, since we know the formula for the mean and the formula for SD, what do you need to do? You need to know how do I arrange these figures into this form for finding the mean. So the formula we're going to use is this one for finding what? Finding average. That's the formula we're going to use for finding the average. So here, okay, sorry about that. So when you want to find the mean under ungrouped data, just simply use, if you want to find the mean, yes, the mean for ungrouped data, just simply follow this formula here, which says mean is equal to sum of all the terms divided by number of terms. Okay, hope it's clear. You need to do what? To find the sum of all the terms given and the number of all the terms in that type of computer. For example, let's look at the question here. I'm trying to firstly we're going to find the SD for type A, computer type A. That's what we're going to find. So type A, we need to find the mean, and we know the mean is equal to what? Sum of all the terms divided by what? The number of terms. So here, if you want to find the sum of all the terms, just simply says 3 plus 6 plus 12 plus 9 plus 13 plus 11 plus 10 plus 13 plus 18 plus 2. This is the sum of the terms. Then you divide by the number. So how do you find the number? Just simply say, okay, one, count it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's a number. Hope it's clear. Let's go to the solving part. Okay, I have this one here. So firstly, we're going to find the mean and the standard deviation for computer A. And I've showed you the formula for finding the mean. You simply add the number of terms divided by the number of 10. Like I said, you simply get all the terms given, then you add them, then you simply divide them by the total. So after you do that, you're going to have 100 on top. When punching in your calculator, you're going to have 100. Then there's the number there, there are 10 trials. So after dividing here, you're going to have 10. So our mean is equal to 10. That's how you find the mean. Then you go on to finding the f of x squared over n. This is the formula you need to find. Now, so how do we find f of x squared divided by what? Divided by the f. So what do we need to do? We need to find it. Okay, we need to find it. We need to find this part here. This part which is the mean. Well, we've already found is what is 10. Now we need to find this part here. So what do you do? Let me show you how. So here, when you look at f of x here it has what? A squared. Here inside the bracket you don't have what? The squared. So what this means is simply that the same thing we're from doing for finding the mean. On those numbers which are on top, when I say on top, the ones when finding the sum of all the terms, those numbers, you repeat the same thing. Then instead of leaving them, adding them directly, you apply the a power 2 to each term. You add all the term and apply the power 2 to a power 2 to each term. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here it is. Don't get worried where this 10 has come from. This 10 has come from the mean. This is just the mean we have found here. So now what I was saying is that you simply do the same thing. If you pay attention, you look at this part here, the whole part here. It's exactly the same thing, which is also here. The only difference is that they have applied what? To the power 2, 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 to each and every term which is on top here. That's what you need to do. Then you divide by the same the sum of frequency, which is what? 10. That's how you do it. So now the formula we're going to use for finding SD is this one. X mantissa to the power 2. X mantissa simply means what? Mean under what? Statistics. Don't get afraid that no big words, these are simple terms are used under what? Statistics. So here, when you plug in into this formula, you're going to find that the total to be what? When you put a 2 on top of these numbers, you're going to get it's 1,075. After dividing by 10, you're going to have 105.5. Then this 100, where is this 100 coming from? That's simply powered the mean to the power 2 here and subtract it. Following this formula here, which have been given, you need to pay attention to this formula, which is here. That's why I've subtracted the mean. We've already found is 10. So when you plug in this formula, you're going to say 10 to the power 2. That's where this 100 is coming from. Then the summation of x squared is this. Doing the same thing for the mean, just apply it to the power 2. Then you divide by the 10. That's where this 107 has come from. Then after finding the difference, subtracting here, you're going to get 7.5. After I get 7.5, the square root, the same number here, it is going to give you what? 2.74. Correct to what? 3 significant figures. That's what I'm trying to mean. So here, the exact same thing you have done for computer A, the exact same thing you should do for what? For computer B, which is here. exact same thing, you also do the same thing. Find that this one is ST is what? 4.69, correct to what? 3 significant figures. That's what we're going to do. So here you have gotten your marks. So I've answered what? Question A, which is about maybe 6 to 8 marks in the exam. So how do we now go to question B? Question B says, which of the two models is more reliable? So how do you find which computer type is more reliable? So simply here, in order for you to determine which computer is more reliable, you need to look at the SD you have found both for type A and for type B. You need to look at the SD found for both type A and type B. After looking at them, you compare which one is smaller and which one is bigger. The smallest is the one we're going to use as reliable. The one with the smallest SD is the one we're going to use as a reliable type. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.